Hello all, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we are going to talk about a very important topic of database, which is relational algebra. Basically, there are three major important topics where you get queries from. So we are going to deal with all of those three in this video. So this is also a type of three-in-one video, as we saw a question in GATE which covered three concepts in it. So in this video, basically we are going to discuss about relational algebra queries, tuple relational calculus queries, and SQL queries. So I have taken an example of a flight booking system and I have projected some queries regarding to that system, and let's see what are those. So here we have the schema of such a system. So essentially you have these major entities when talking about a flight booking or flight reservation system. Major entities are airport, then the flight, then booking, seat, where the passengers are seated, and the passenger details like the user ID, the passenger name, nationality, email, phone number, etc. Airport basically comprises of the basic information about the various airports. For example, the airport ID, its name, the city, and the country in which it is situated. Similarly, flight schema discusses the details about the flights, and finally the booking table comprises of the details about the various bookings made by passengers or users involved, and seat gives you the details about the seats on which the passengers are seated or the seats booked by the passengers. So now let's see what kind of queries we can get in this kind of a scenario. So I have basically, tried to give you a composite assignment kind of thing over here. So I'll dive into the queries from the level easy to the difficult level. So we have the first query, which is very simple, which says retrieve all the information about airports in London. So the SQL query for this is very simple. You'll just say select star from airport, select star from airport where city equals to London. Since they have not specified anything about the country, we don't need to put an additional constraint on the country, right? And this query basically in the question itself, they've assumed that there is only one distinct city, London, in throughout the world. There are no two different no two cities named as London in two different countries. So this is just an assumption from the user's point or the examiner's point of view. We don't need to think in detail about it. Let's move on to the relational algebra part. Now, in relational algebra, when you are selecting something, you always come across this sigma symbol or the select operator, which you say. So this select operator you're going to use, and this select operator, then you're going to specify the table from where you need to select the records. So essentially you need the details about the airports. So you're going to select the airport table, and then which tuples or which records do you need? You need the records which have information comprising of city equals to London. So we just specify the condition over here, city equals to London, and this will give you the detail of all the records which have information about the airports situated in London. Now similarly in tuple relational calculus, when you draft a query for this scenario, you would say there is a tuple T which belongs to airport table, and T city, tuples city is London. Okay, I missed a apostrophe over here. Yeah. So tuple city is London. So that's all. This is basically a set notation kind of thing. So here you specify that we need the details of all the tuples which belong to airport, table airport, and which have the city equals to London. Let's move to the second query. The second one says retrieve the details of bookings made by all the French and British passengers. Now focus on the details required over here. The details are required about the bookings and about whom? About the passengers. Okay, so details, but what kind of details are required? The details are required only about the bookings and not about the details of passengers. So that means essentially we'll be focusing on the booking table. Okay, so in the booking table, what else do we need to select, they have given us the constraint that the passengers should either be French or British. That means they have defined the nationality of the passengers which are required. As you can see over here, there was an attribute about nationality. So we'll say select star from booking, select all the bookings from the booking table where nationality equals to British or nationality equals to French. So you can use the or operator over here, or clause and clause over here to select these records. Okay, let's move on to the relational algebra part. Now, when you're selecting, again, you'll use this select operator. You'll state the table name, which is booking, and then you'll say nationality equals to British, and here comes the or operator in case of relational algebra. So you'll use this logical or operator, and then you'll say or nationality equals to French. That's all. This will lead you to the results required. Now again, when we now try to draft its equivalent query in relational calculus, again we are going to talk in terms of set notation. We would say select all the tuples T, okay. Tuples essentially mean the records. So select all the tuples T which belong to the booking table. You specify the table from where you are selecting the records, and what is the condition now? T nationality equals to British or T nationality equals to French. So if you see clearly over here, this is very simple. You're just drafting it in a different manner, but essentially the conditions remain the same. The table that you're focusing, that remains the same. So there is just a difference of notation and the operators that are being used. Okay, let's move to the third one, which is a bit complex. The question over here is fetch the details of British passengers traveling to India. Now there are couple of things over here which you need to consider. First, it has said details of British passengers. What details are required? Details are required of passengers. That means which table are we focusing into? We are concerned about the passenger details, so we have to look into the passenger table. Then they have said that the details are only required for British passengers. That means the nationality constraint is here. So directly you can mark it over here and you can say this is nationality constraint. Then they should be traveling to India. This is the second constraint over here. Now traveling to India, that means that they should have a booking. They should have a booking of a flight which is arriving at India. So basically flight arriving at India. These two things we need to consider. Now when we are considering when we are saying that we need the flights, we need the details of the flights which are traveling to India, that means we'll also be taking some information from the flight table. And now if you just look at the schema over here, the flight table just comprises of the departure airport ID and the arrival airport ID. It does not contain the country information which we need to match to India. That means we'll also be requiring the airport table which contains this country information. And definitely we require the booking to check that the passenger, since it has said that the passenger should be traveling to India, that means the passenger should have a ticket booking. So booking should be made with a particular flight which is existing and has and has the arrival airport ID same as this airport ID of the airport in India, of some airport in India. So now let's draft the query, since now we have considered everything. So now there are two methods to draft such query in SQL. First, you can either use a join, right, which is very simple and mostly preferred. Second is you can also use nested queries in case of SQL, which I have shown as the first method over here, because that is how it comes to you logically in your mind. That for example, let's just see the query and you'll get my point. The query is select star from passenger, since we need passenger information, where nationality equals to British, since we are concerned about British passengers, and user ID in. Now the passenger table has the attribute over here, the primary key over here as user ID. So I say the user ID is present in some booking, basically, because the user ID acts as a foreign key over here in the booking table. Now similarly, you can see over here that the flight number acts as a foreign key in the booking table and primary key in flight. So similarly, we'll be connecting them. And again, arrival airport ID acts as a foreign key, which references the airport table over here, where it acts as a primary key. So this is how we are going to connect various schemas. Now let's get back to our query. So here we are. So I say select star from passenger, where nationality equals to British and user ID in. User ID in. Select distinct user ID from booking, where flight number in. Now flight number, because from the booking I'll only get the flight number. So where flight number in, select flight number from flight, where arrival airport ID in. Now I'm connecting the arrival airport ID with the airport ID, right? So select airport ID from airport, where country equals to India. So this is how we connect in a nested query. So this was the first method. Now let's see how we perform the same query using join. So you just say over here simply that select star from passenger, booking, flight, airport. You name all the tables where you need to perform the join. Then you specify the join conditions, where passenger dot nationality equals to British. Now this is not a join condition. This is just a simple selection condition. Okay, and then you specify the join conditions. Passenger dot user ID equals to booking dot user ID, and booking dot flight number equals to flight dot flight number, and flight dot departure airport ID. Sorry, it should be arrival airport ID over here. So flight dot arrival airport ID equals to airport dot airport ID, and finally another selection condition, country equals to India, because we are concerned about the arrival airport in India. So country equals to India. So this is how we perform this query using join. Now let's check how we perform that using relational algebra. Now again, very simple. Select, when we need to select, we use the selection operator. Select passengers with nationality equals to British, and then we join it with the booking table and we say passenger dot user ID equals to booking dot user ID. We join it with the flight table. We say booking dot flight number equals to flight dot flight number. Then we so was it flight number? Yeah, flight number. Then we join it with airport table, but I join it with a subset of records where I select country equals to India. So I just join it with those records. Okay, so I say select all the airports where country equals to India, and then I join it with the left hand side with the join condition, flight dot departure airport ID, which should be arrival airport ID over here. Arrival airport ID equals to airport dot airport ID. So this is how we perform it using relational algebra. Now I have a practice question over here for you all to check out how to write the same query in tuple relational calculus. So do post me in the comments your answers of the query that you'll be implementing, or the query that you'll be forming, the equivalent query in tuple relational calculus. Also, I'll be posting some new questions related to SQL queries, relational calculus, and some of these topics which are uh, very much favorite in GATE. So stay tuned for more updated videos, for more recent videos. Also, if you like the video, please press the like icon below. If you have not subscribed to my channel till now, please subscribe to view more of such videos. Also press the bell icon to stay tuned for my latest notifications. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.